You all good? You ready to go? You gonna change the pictures, I guess? Okay, all right. Ready? Yeah. So we welcome everybody. Thank you for taking the time, the press, to come up here. The main thing we wanted to talk about today was really the largest seizure of fentanyl that's known to us that's ever been seized in Etowah County, Alabama. And the credit of it to many, particularly our ACE unit, which is Active Criminal Enforcement Unit, which is here to my right. Two deputies, Deputy Specialist Summer Doran and Lucas Hallmark, and respectively their K9s, K9 Sonia and K9 Teddy. Throughout the week, they have been focusing on many things, but particularly interdiction of drugs. And on Tuesday, March the 4th, in the afternoon hours, while working U.S. Highway 431 from the Calhoun County line around the city limits of Glencoe, there was a traffic stop that was made, and that traffic stop yielded a little over 2 kilos, as you will see in this picture, of pure fentanyl, which is around 1,030 grams and a little over 2.2 pounds at 2.27 pounds. The arrest that was made incident to the traffic stop and the K9 Teddy alerting on the substance was of Mr. Tostic Denard Moore, 40 years old, of Etowah. Mr. Moore is in the detention center here at Etowah County, thankfully to our district attorney's office, with a $1 million bond. He had, to lead up to his bond, has had previous incidences to include being convicted of armed robbery in 2002. He was arrested in 2009 for weapons offenses and currently was out on bond for trafficking in methamphetamine. So that's what led to his $1 million bond for trafficking in fentanyl. He's from the Etowah area as far as where he resided. Many substances, even though we would like for the people in the community to know that many substances, marijuana, pills, meth, heroin, are commonly now laced with fentanyl. It takes 2 milligrams. This was over 2.27 pounds. It takes 2 milligrams of fentanyl to kill a human being. There's enough fentanyl in this package to kill everybody in Etowah County based on those numbers. That's how deadly this substance is. Last year alone, opiate overdoses. Deputies and law enforcement in Etowah County deployed Narcan around 40 times this past year. And overdose deaths that occurred in Etowah County. Toxicology reports state near 75% of those toxicologies had some level of fentanyl involved. So the point is, fentanyl is a very, very deadly substance, and just because someone has a substance abuse problem, whether it be pills, whether it be marijuana, whether it be cocaine, whether it be methamphetamine, they can inadvertently receive fentanyl laced into those drugs that can result in their death. You know, truthfully, the picture of what was up there of the fentanyl, as you will see, is trademarked infringement, I'm sure, Louis Vuitton. And more accurately, it should have had the Grim Reaper on it, because truthfully, that's the results. And there are many that took part in this after the ACE unit had made the stop and the apprehension. We're thankful for the Etowah County Drug Enforcement Unit and the Rainbow City Police Department, Southside Police Department, the FBI, North Alabama Criminal Enterprise Task Force, and of course the District Attorney's Office in helping us get that bond to keep this individual behind bars until this case can be carried out and convicted to protect our citizens. That was a great amount of drugs that was taken off the streets that truly saved no telling how many lives, should that have made it to its destination and been laced into other substances or sold directly as it is, because it's a very deadly substance. Anyone have any questions?
Talk about how proud you are of this team, as you said, for getting this off of the streets and helping the people of Etowah County.
Extremely proud. We started the ACE unit and replaced a unit we had called ROUT, Rural Area Patrol, back around the first of the year. And these two deputies and their two K-9s, one of them we've had for about 2 years, Teddy. We've had Sonia here for just a couple of months. And since they've been doing this in January, that I know of, which I can't keep up with every minute of the day, this is about the third or fourth traffic stop that's led to a confiscation of narcotics and taking them off the street. But certainly this case here is we're very proud of, because as I said, it's not just that block of fentanyl, but it's all the things that could have become a part of that could have led to the death of another individual. So we're super proud of that, and it takes that proactive work. And also the ACE unit, along with our emergency service unit, also proactively visits our schools and our different community organizations to try to do education to let people be aware of the deadliness of these types of substances and to prevent them from ever, coming in contact with it. But I couldn't be prouder of what the work that they've done and what it's led to. And this really is a big deal to me and to the county and to all involved, and a huge protection to our citizens to take this off the streets.
Talk to us a little bit about the traffic stop that was made. What was the initial stop for, and how did it lead to finding this block of fentanyl?
So the traffic stop, of course, working interdiction is a skill. It's something that they've had training in, and it was a vehicle traffic stop, so it was subsequent to something that caught their attention. I believe particularly on this case, there was some erratic driving from one line to the other, and then after the traffic stop occurred, of course, the K-9 that is trained alerted on the vehicle, and then that was probable cause to make search of the vehicle, and then, of course, this was what was found inside the vehicle.
And where was it found in the car?
Lucas, what particular area did they find this in the vehicle?
In the back seat.
Was it just in the open, or?
Down in the pouch in the back seat.
Yeah, it was in a pouch in the back seat of the vehicle.
Of course, he's from here, this area. Was he pretty much running from Anniston up down 431, particular area he was serving?
So he lived in Etowah, and he was coming 431 north through the city of Glencoe. I think the stop actually occurred, correct me if I'm wrong, right near North Glencoe Baptist Church, which would have been at the Gadsden city limits. As far as exactly where he was coming from, he lived in the city of Etowah, over in what I call the Curtiston area. That was his destination. And as far as particularly where he was coming from, that I'm not absolutely certain of. Just thankful that they seen enough indicators, had enough probable cause to make the stop and ultimately take this dangerous substance off the street.
What type of vehicle he was in? It was a Chevrolet pickup truck. You said this was the largest amount. What was it before?
That I'm not certain of. Fentanyl, usually we find it in, you could say 8 to 12 grams. An 8 ball is 3.6 grams, various different sizes and weights and measures, but never to this scale of 2.27 pounds or over a kilo. Was a very large find. I know that I was watching the media myself and seen just 2 days ago where I think it was Grand Rapids Police Department in Michigan had got their largest seizure of fentanyl, and I want to say it was a little over 500 grams. So this would be a little over twice as much as that, and obviously that's a much larger area of the country than we have here.
Is it common for blocks of fentanyl like this to be marked like this is with the Louis Vuitton symbol?
I'm not certain of that. Obviously that's what that's marked with, and as I said, I'm sure it's not with the permission of Louis Vuitton, but you see different things. People use cartoon characters and a variety of things on different destined-made pills and things of that nature. And that's one of the dangers that's out there. A lot of people are addicted to opiates, so they'll buy what we call Roxys or oxycodone. And we have confiscated in this county pill presses where they can take a press and, make any substance look like a Protonix, a stomach pill, or like a Roxy or an oxycodone. And again, it only takes 2 milligrams of fentanyl to kill a person. So a lot of these drugs are not what they think they're purchasing, and that's why this is such a dangerous substance. I think it's said that it's 50 times stronger than morphine, for example, so there's a lot of power. It's a very powerful drug, fentanyl is.
Sheriff, you patrol this county.
is that we're out there, we're looking, and I know I'm not speaking for the district attorney, but he will enforce and prosecute them to the fullest extent, I feel assured, and certainly we'll be happy to put those cases before him because it's killing our kids, it's killing all members of our population. You know, not that it's right that someone would be out doing any type of narcotics, but certainly to have a narcotic that's laced with something that's much stronger than anticipated is just horrible. It's a sad circumstance. So my message would be that if you're going to play the people of Etowah County, yeah. Anybody else have anything you want to ask the deputies? You're welcome to as well. Yeah. Thank y'all for coming.